Hi there, Leo. Welcome to your reading. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your general angel reading for the week of January 3 through 9 of 2022. So that's pretty cool that we got to hear, hey? Yeah, and your angels have all these beautiful messages for you, and so they're kind of saying, take advantage of this time to 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 be fresh is what they're saying, to start fresh, to do things. And some of you are sitting there going, yeah, no, I don't have the energy for that, or I don't feel like it, or I just did that, or whatever. Your cynicism is showing. Yeah, that's what they want to say to you. Feel what you feel. Don't deny that. Don't pretend that you feel all great and whatever else when you don't. But they're saying just be aware that energetically and according to the stars and all that stuff, the moon energy, everything right now is ripe to be cleared and begun anew. So you might feel a little surprised by how easy it is to do this clearing and starting fresh. Just give it a try. See how it happens. If you can't quite clear it all, well, that's okay. There's more time later. But they're just saying now's good time for that. There are other good times for that as well, good timing. But now is good. Okay. All right. So it feels like, that cynicism is kind of the old New Year's resolutions type things, and that's not at all what your angels are talking about. This is different. The New Year's resolutions feel kind of fluffy. And the words they gave me yesterday was like a party trick, right? And it's something, to be said out loud when you're at a party and there's a bunch of people around you and, oh yeah, in the new year, I'm gonna, whatever it is, quit smoking, eat better, exercise better, blah, 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 lose 25 pounds. Like, I don't know what it all is, right? But those things are, like, they're not meant to last. Even when you're saying those things, even when you're thinking those things up, you're fully aware that those things are not really made to last. You're saying it just to say it, right? And so they just want to point out that what they're talking about is not that. They're talking about the real lasting changes that you want to bring to your life. Belief systems, understanding of yourself, motivations maybe, perspectives, those kinds of things. Yes. Okay, let's just look at your reading. Let's see. Okay. Well, the first, so I put it 3 cards here from one deck and 3 cards here from the next deck. The first card on both decks, open your heart to love and nurture yourself. This is all about building you. This is about building you. And so, that bit of cynicism or whatever that I was sensing earlier, this is about being able to clear that and open yourself so that you understand that some people do have pure intention and pure energy. No, not completely. We are all human. We all have our things, right? But what the angels are trying to point out is that there is love available to you. There are people who take you at face value. Let that sink in. Let yourself receive that. And understand that when these people offer you love, they're coming from a place of purity. Yeah, hard for some of you to believe that, but it's absolute truth. And, what's the worst thing that can happen here? So you open your heart to somebody who seems sincere and wants to spend time with you, wants to just love you. And you do that, you spend time and you feel really good in your heart space. You feel like, wow, I'm enjoying this being loved thing, right? So maybe it doesn't last forever. Are you still like, it doesn't mean it was a mistake? It doesn't mean that you shouldn't have. You definitely should have. It's so nurturing, it's so fulfilling and growing while you're having that is worth any possible ending. Because no matter what, you've had that, right? So don't block yourself off to that. Let yourself be open to receiving that. It's yeah, it's like you have to choose to open your heart and allow that love in. And also allow love out. Okay? All that stuff, all that feeling stuff, the squishy stuff, is part of nurturing yourself. This is feeding you where you need to grow, where you've been a little parched, Letting yourself receive. That's the whole thing here. Letting yourself receive is nurturing you. Look after you. Look after you. And you're like, yeah, I have been. I've been not letting people hurt me. You kind of have to be willing to share your real self, even though it might hurt you at some point in the future. But in the meantime, that love feels so good. And that is what nurtures you. Okay, all right. They said, keep going. Let's go. Oh my gosh. So, open your heart to love. It's also this one. So, you've been really closed. It's like you need a chisel to get in there, right? Get out your chisel and your hammer and just open. You will so regret it if you don't. I mean, you're hurting yourself by refusing this. You're not hurting anybody else. No, in a way, actually, that's not true. You are hurting other people as well, but it's more you that you're hurting. Okay, you can trust. Your angels are saying, yes, this person is trustworthy. It feels like it is a person that you already know, who's already in your life, who's trying to get into your life, into your world, into your inner circle. And I'm not sure that there's really anybody else in your inner circle. Not really. I mean, you kind of say that there are sort of, kind of, maybe. But you don't actually truly let them in. This person who's come along is trustworthy, and you can let them in. Let your heart open. Let yourself be fed by that and nurtured. You can trust them. And you can trust yourself because, as soon as you do some clearing and the chiseled stuff is gone, the stone is gone, that lets you activate your intuition again. It's like that's been so guarded for so long that you don't even know how to read it anymore. And you can get rid of that stuff to let you notice what your gut is saying to you about this person. Yeah, because you hardly know how to even read your own energy, your own gut feelings anymore, because you've had that so closed up. But when you start to open that and start to let some of the garbage, they're saying garbage, fall away, then your life will be so enriched and you'll be a real person again. Kind of like Pinocchio in a way. All right. So, oh yeah, so clearing and shielding your energy. I was really feeling that, if you don't know how to do this, go to a practitioner, go to somebody who does know how. And in fact, go to somebody else anyway, even if you do know how, because it's just that much more effective. It's that much more magnified, right? When more than one person joins in. In fact, get a group together and all work on each other and get, a whole bunch of people to really clear you. And once you're clear, then every morning you keep clearing and ask Metatron for that rainbow shield. So what that does is kind of cuts the bullshit, right? Makes it so that you can still feel the energy of other people, but you don't have to take it on. Like a lot of that is what's created all these barriers within you, right? Is other people's stuff that you've taken on. Get it all cleared so that there's nobody else's in there. And then shield yourself every day or twice a day, right? And that will really help you be able to re-access your own intuition, your own gut feelings, and that will teach you who's trustworthy and who's not. Okay, all right. So your motivation, enthusiasm, all that stuff has been lacking lately. That's partly because you've been so closed off. As you clear all this stuff, as you clear from everybody else, as you allow yourself to give and receive love, this motivation will come back. Yeah, it is part of you. It's, that part that's been closed off, that's not allowing the flow back and forth, that has cut this off as well. So never fear, your enthusiasm will come back as you bring yourself back to life through nurturing, through loving and being loved. Yeah. Okay, there is hope. There's definitely hope. Okay, so we have the daily guidance cards here. One last card for you. Listen. Listen. As you clear, receive the messages, receive the guidance. Listen. Very important for you. What a beautiful reading. Okay, Leo, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you, and I love you, and I will see you next week.